How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing. Always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about PROG stock that ended up having a strong green day inside of the market. Like we were talking about in previous videos, we said that it was consolidating. A pullback is natural. And now to the fact that we ended up seeing some strength, I want to make sure I put out an update video for you guys. So I won't waste any more time. Let's jump into the agenda. If you're new to this channel, I just want to let you know we have timestamps down below inside the description. But if you're a shareholder or you're thinking about taking a position, I highly suggest you watch this full entire video. So the first thing we're going to go over is the technical analysis. We're going to be taking a look at the overall price action. We want to know support, we want to know resistance, and those key levels to look out for in regards to a bearish case scenario and as well as in a bullish case scenario. And then we're going to be going on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information. The reason why this is important because the short interest can have an impact on the way the stock performs. And then we're going to be taking a look at the order flow distribution. We want to know what is the buying and as well as the selling behavior like on the institutional side and as well as on the retail side. And then when all of that is done, we'll be going into the final thoughts and as well as some more details. So let's get to it. So we're going to do a technical analysis for PROG. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $3.60, being up 15.76%. On the low, it tested $3.12, and then on the high, testing $3.72. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 68.218 million shares, and then for the average volume over 10 trading days being at 98.515 million shares. So one thing that we can notice right away, even though we did have below average volume, we still saw some strength in PROG stock. Now when we take a look at our chart, which is the daily chart, you can see from the RSI down below, it is at 64.03. And then when we take a look at our moving averages, we have strength above the 50-day, the 100-day, the 21-day EMA, and as well as the 200-day. And I definitely love seeing this kind of price action. It shows a lot of strength. As far as support is concerned, you can see we have it right here at the 200-day. Even though it's at $3.14, we ended up testing $3.12. So going into tomorrow, I would love to see a continuation of this. The best case scenario would actually be an increase. So I'd want to see us being able to actually bounce off of around $3.20 range. If we can use this $3.20 range as an area of support, then of course I'm going to be looking forward for us to make that push so we could pass 372, and then the next level of resistance will be right here around $3.90. But I feel for us to actually get past 390 and also break through 4, it's going to take a lot of buying pressure coming through the stock, a lot more volume, because we know already as far as $4 is concerned, this is a psychological area. Many people are going to be looking to sell, take profits, and so on. We could also see in the past, which wasn't too long ago, which was on the 27th of October, and as well take into consideration the 26th, we did not spend a lot of time in that $4 range. So that says a lot, and it's part of the reasons why I said we really need that volume to come into the play to push it higher. But for the most part, PROG did do fairly well on the day, and I can't wait to see how it performs going into tomorrow. So we're going to take a look at the short interest information for PROG. So we can see for the dark pool short volume ratio, it's at 45.72%, and then for the dark pool short volume being just over 6.6 million shares. When we take a look at the short shares availability, it is at 200,000, updated 7 minutes ago. And then for the short ball free rate, it is at 65.93%. When we take a look now at the history of the short volume ratio, we can see for the close of the second, it was 48.51, and then for the close yesterday, it was at 45.72. So what this tells us right away, PROG does continue to have short squeeze potential, and there's a lot of negative market sentiment around this stock as well. But of course, as traders, you could use this as an opportunity, especially when that buying volume is coming into the stock. So now let's jump into the order flow distribution. Now let's take a look at the order flow distribution for PROG. So we can see here on the inflow, it's at 58.74, and then on the outflow, it was 47.51. When we take a look at the breakdown, we can see on the large, it was 2.0 17.04. On the medium, it was 39.63. And then on the small, it was 17.07. When we take a look at the outflow side on the large, it was 1.35. Then on the medium, it was 32.62. And then on the small, it was 13.54. When we take a look at the large scale orders in the last 5 days, you can see for November the 4th, it being at 685.41. So having an overall inflow day and also seeing a lot of interest with the large scale orders. When we take a look at the data even further, we could see there was a lot of buying on the retail side, which is the small scale orders. We also did see this on the medium end as well. And of course, we just covered seeing it on the large. So looking very bullish here for PROG stock. And then the next thing we're going to take a look at is the turnover ratio. So when we take a look at the turnover ratio, it is at 47.57%. So what this tells us right away, yes, there's a good amount of traders that are inside of this play. And we also did see that, you know what, there was some profit taking, maybe some people who were holding some shares when PROG had its pullback. But one thing that is very clear though, there was some strength, and I want to see a continuation of this going into tomorrow. Since we did have our pullback, we consolidated a little bit. Now we really want to look forward to seeing what this stock actually does moving forward. Now let's jump into the final thoughts and we'll go over some more details as well. So for my final thoughts for PROG stock, as far as for the price action is concerned, I'm really enjoying it, and it's looking bullish on all the time frames that I use. One thing that is very clear, we do have some support right on that 200-day, which is around $3.14. And of course, it ended up testing an area of support on the day at $3.12. So not too far off whatsoever. So if we go into tomorrow and there ends up being a dip, of course, I want to see this area hold and then look forward to seeing a strong push. I would love to see PROG get to $4, but do understand it's going to take a lot more volume, just knowing the fact that many people are going to be looking out for this level and they're going to be looking to take profits, or even many people that were in this play and they were waiting for quite some time. They're like, hey, you know what? I want to start closing out my position. So be aware of that, but buying pressure can fix all of that. And then when we went on Fintel, taking a look at the short interest information, PROG still continues to have short squeeze potential. And that's one of the reasons why you need that buying volume coming into the play. And another thing is, when we were taking a look at the short borrow free, it is still fairly high. Not as high as how we've seen it in the past, but being in that 60% range is not too bad. And plus on top of that, before recording this portion of the video, I saw that it was gaining a lot of momentum in the after hours. So I'll be very curious to see if this can continue going into the pre-market and then going into the open. And if we can grab the attention of a lot more traders, this can push the volume up overall in general, and we could see this stock spike even more. So continue to do your homework, do your due diligence, and make sure you have a strategy if you're going to be trading inside of this play. I want to make sure I emphasize this because the last thing that I want you guys doing is just buying the stock and not knowing the particular ranges that you need to be buying in, because at the end of the day, I want to make sure that you maximize your profits, and that comes with maximizing your entries. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and we'll be talking real soon.